What's up, everybody? It's your coach Jaron here with Forge, and today we're going to be going over the half kneeling kettlebell press. Now, while this is predominantly an overhead pressing variation, the half kneeling press is unique in that it also promotes a significant amount of mobility through the shoulders and through the hips due to the fact that you're in that half kneeling position. This makes it a great preparatory movement both for upper or lower body days, or as a standalone movement if you're wanting to get the most bang for your buck and get the benefits of some mobility work for your hips and your shoulders at the same time as training an overhead press movement. For these reasons, let's learn the half kneeling kettlebell press today. To perform the half kneeling kettlebell press, we're going to begin in the half kneeling position with a straight knee down, preferably into a pad, and a 90-degree bend at the front knee. In this position, we're going to keep the glute engaged the entire time, which will promote the opening of the front side of the down leg hip. And we're going to keep slight tension pulling forward in the opposite hamstring to help keep the pelvis stable and from dumping to either side. You want to think about driving this knee down into the ground to keep tall through the hip. This will promote further recruitment of that glute. Just being in this position will feel very similar to a common hip flexor stretch, but because we're also loading and requiring stability in this position, we're going to get even more benefit out of being in that half kneeling position. To perform the press, we're going to bring the bell up into the rack position, again maintaining a vertical line between our wrist and our elbow and forearm. The bell is going to remain at a 45-degree across the palm, and we're going to start with the elbow against the side. Just holding this position here, you're going to notice a lot of engagement and through the obliques just to keep yourself from sagging to either side. But we want to do our best to hold as rigid and stable as we can. Keeping your eye line straight ahead, we're going to initiate the press the same as we do on a standard kettlebell overhead press. As you press up into the lockout position, flexing the tricep, you'll notice that you also get a stretch not only down and through the front of this hip, but in through this lat. You may need to put this opposite arm out to the side for stability and balance. If so, that's not a problem at all. Guide the bell back down. Even more so than other single kettlebell variations, the half kneeling kettlebell press may highlight imbalances from left to right, either in mobility or in overall stability and strength. This is a good thing because not only does this lift expose those weaknesses, but it also does a great job at improving them. I would suggest if you do notice one side is tighter, weaker, or has less stability and balance, to allow that side to be the rate limiter for the good side. Allow time for that weaker or more unstable side or tighter side to open up, and just copy the amount of reps or whatever weight you're able to use on your stronger, more dominant side. Over time, this imbalance will correct itself as you train this variation. Now, the half kneeling kettlebell press can be used as a warm-up exercise for either an upper or lower body workout, as a standalone assistance movement for moderate reps, or you can even spend time training to improve the weights that you're able to lift until you're lifting heavy weights in this highly unstable position. Regardless of how you train the lift, it will add pounds to all of your other lifts and improve the overall function, stability, and mobility throughout your entire body.